Celebration time. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, including us. Happy Thanksgiving. We hope you guys have a healthy, happy, safe, please, Thanksgiving. So just Heather.
For sure. Happy Thanksgiving.
This is my favorite meal of the year. I love this meal with all my life. I love this meal. I don't think I could do without it.
I do love Thanksgiving meals, and I haven't, when it was, small, once the kids were grown and out of the house, I didn't make any big efforts at Thanksgiving, did a couple things, but to have you guys went all out,
yeah.
I'm like, am I at Martha Stewart's Thanksgiving?
Yes, you are. You know what? I'm just going to say that Heather said something to me the other day that it really hit me in the heart. She said, I don't think I've ever seen anyone with this much kitchen stuff. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. You definitely have tools for everything. You're like a magician in the kitchen.
It was nuts. I love it. I do stuff in the kitchen people shouldn't do.
I was like, we don't have any Cool Whip. And she's like in the other room, I've got heavy whipping cream and the speed mixer thing. And I'm like, if you're talking about making something from scratch.
Oh, yeah. It only takes 10 minutes.
I can do it. I'm just not as maybe domesticated as most, I can cook if I want to cook. I got that Venus in Cancer, like fourth house Cancer. I love to make a meal that just, makes everybody's heart just glow, but it's been a while since I've done that. But
every time, because we make everything from scratch for our Thanksgivings, and I'm always very curious, did the original founding families that came over from everywhere to colonize this country, did they really use sage and thyme this much? That was my first thought, was where'd you find that?
Ask Armstrong.
Ask Armstrong. That's brilliant. That's a really good question. Ask Armstrong. Armstrong is my AI companion, who likes to use the word mythic all the time. And I'm like, Armstrong, people don't talk like that.
I have to tell mine all the time, like, tell me bluntly, don't be all woo-woo and mystical. And
yeah, get rid of that, man.
My AI has created its own alter ego and thinks it's a high priestess or something. I was playing in mine last night and looking at human design. Hi, Maya. And everybody else coming in. Hey,
Maya, how are you? Maya Limones. Hi, Rena Stevens. Hi.
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Or Friendsgiving with us. We're just here chit-chatting. And we're grateful for you guys. So we thought we'd come live and chit-chat a bit.
Yeah.
Spend some time for those that aren't otherwise occupied.
Tell them about the cards, because they're going to want to know.
Oh, cards. Yeah. We'll do, we were maybe going to hop on and talk about a little bit of astrology and then lay some tarot. Really, unless there's donations of $5 or higher, we're not going to even throw cards, and that's the only way to get a reading, and you get what you pay for. So you give us $5, you may get a card or two, and we'll go from there. But what are you doing? You don't need a green screen.
I'm fiddling. No, because we're going to do the chart. And I was like, you know what?
I don't think it'll let us show the chart when we're.
Let me work with it. I am like MacGyver.
All right, you really are.
Day I am.
When it comes to computers and knowing your way around technology
and tools,
you're good. You get me wireless phones, I'm good. You get me on that kind of stuff, I can do some techie work that way, but you attach a cord to it and I'm effed.
I was on this farm in Whitney, Texas, right there by Hillsboro outside of Waco. And we had chickens and we had goats. Well, one of the mama goats started having her babies. It was just one baby she had. But she was in a stuck position, right? And there was nobody else around. And I'm in there and I'm watching her struggle. And I'm like, her contractions are not in a rhythm. She was just stuck. Girl, you know I had to do it. I had to help mama out and get that little thing. Water. Beautiful. No, the water was broken. The baby was in the goat was in a birth canal, but she was like,
you helped birth a goat?
I did. The suffering was happening, and I understand birth. My first one, I didn't use any, no epidural, no. I was dumb, and I was young, and I was dumb. It's so stupid. But I wanted to see how long I could endure the pain, because I was like, yeah, everybody talks about it. No. The second one, epidural. You damn straight. So when I saw the goat, I was like,
yeah,
mama ain't gonna suffer any more than she needs to. Period.
Way to help her out.
I know.
With mine, my Michael, my son was first, and I was 19, I think, when I had him. I don't know, maybe I was I was 19 still. Anyways, I got induced with both of them, and with Michael, I had him. I know there's a huge thunderstorm that night, and I was scheduled to be induced, so they started the Pitocin and stuff, and then I went into natural labor, but I was having contractions for somebody who was about to have to push, so I did have mine manually broken, and by the time I gave birth, my stuff was all out of whack, and the epidural didn't work. By the time I gave birth to Michael, my left leg was numb. So I felt that 9-pound kid. Holy crap. I'm glad I'm past all that, but I'm grateful for my kiddos.
Hey, TFG dogs, the goat. You say goat, and goat appears.
I saw how that worked.
The pink cotton candy in my dad's attic. You ever watch that movie? What was
Flowers.
it?
You fought flowers in the attic? Yeah. Get the coat hangers.
No. Hi, Montana Meshin. How are you? Will you stay in the bakery department? Well, technically, we're only doing donation reads.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to stick to that today.
Yeah. Donations of $5 or higher, and you'll get what you pay for. So if you're going to pay more for a donation because our time is valuable too, then we'll give you a good reading too. Yeah. Sorry, not today. We do those on Sundays. We do that on Sundays for the free readings. But yeah, it's okay if that's what you thought, but it's Thanksgiving. We're off work. We just came on to say hi and chit chat and talk astrology and things. And yeah, on Sunday around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we do that. We have our cards, but we kind of made a pact before we joined on because I'm hungry. We're hungry, so we haven't eaten dinner yet, and we may come back on later too. And you might see a whole lot more indulged Heather by that time, if so. Hey, Amy. You froze. You're frozen on this side. Oh, okay. I got you. Hey. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. What's everybody up to? Merlin. Ooh, I like that little dude. Right on. Right on. So I'm looking at the astrology chart. Oh, you got it up. Look at you. And yeah. But where are you going to sit?
I don't know if I can make myself small. Well,
don't make yourself small for nobody.
Don't make yourself small.
Don't make yourself small for nobody. Oh,
right, I'm gonna lean
what
back.
am I seeing here? Saturn is like just about to station. I thought, Saturn direct.
Is he?
I'm
Saturn
checking.
goes direct November 27th. Yeah.
That's today.
Go Saturn.
It's tonight. It's just not there yet. Like any time now. I don't know what time because I'm not able to move this chart by hours or whatever. But yeah, we got Saturn stationing direct in Pisces with Neptune there. Let me see.
Yeah, 25 degrees.
Oh,
and then
shit.
Uranus will be the next one that goes direct January 30th. So yeah, today Saturn goes direct.
No,
so it should be like
Saturday Mercury goes direct too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mercury Kazemi.
There we go. Chart of the moment.
What day is that? And Venus is still in Scorpio with
Well, we already had the Kazemi on the new moon. So when we had the new moon in Scorpio, that's where we had the Kazemi. Once it stations direct again, it'll switch around and go back towards Sag. And I don't know what the date of that Kazemi is, but we are in Sag season, so it doesn't take Mercury too long to get up and going. Ooh, what else we got going on today?
The moon's at 0 degrees.
Well, that's awfully pretty kite. We've had this kite like going on for quite some time now. The point of the kite, if you notice down there, I don't know if you can see, but like right there. There you go, right down there. There's the point of the kite, and typically a kite. You think of a kite that you fly. It's like it's not. The wind can catch it and do whatever, right? Well, that energy like extra applies since it's pushing towards Uranus. But, within a kite, we've got a minor trine and a grand water trine. This is all water, talking about emotions and all that. And the tip of the kite is Uranus. And Taurus at 29 degrees. And this is the last time Uranus is going to be there. It's been there for about 8.5 years between its retrogrades and whatnot. But I think that what that probably says today. Oh, look at that. Is there I got a golden yod. I'm looking at my chart of the moment right now, babe. And I can't see on your chart, but there's a freaking golden yod right this moment. The moon is at 0 degrees Pisces. Fun, more water. Over to Mars at 16 Sag, conjunct Juno at 18 Sag. Anyways, so Mars to the moon is the bottom of it, but the finger of God, the yod, goes down to Jupiter. In Cancer at 24 degrees. She's trying to show you the chart, but it's not like cooperating so awful much. She's trying. She's trying. But a yod is called a finger of God.
The music. You hear it, right? You can't hear the music outside?
I agree, Angel. You know what? We don't even consider this work, babe. We're in here just chit-chatting.
Yeah, we're just hanging out, looking at astrology stuff. If we get a donation, now you have our attention and we're at work. Right now we're not working. We get a donation, we'll get to work.
Yep. Yeah, that finger of God that's happening right now. I'm just gonna say it,
Oh, I see what you mean. It's going this way from the moon right there to Mars right there, and it's
Moon, Mars
pointing
down to
at
Jupiter.
the Jupiter down here.
Yeah. So basically, it's a wedge. It looks like a piece of pie.
It's a piece of pie, but we call it a golden yod because yod in Hebrew means the finger of God.
Yeah.
Not that guy, but I'm wondering if I sat a little closer, that actually works better. Yeah, that works better. I just need to work it out. I had a sister-in-law that would do that with her kids. She'd just stand on the porch and be like, "You all need to just work it out."
Well, so no,
and
I mean
loved
that
her
I
for
like.
that.
I think that kind of puts a little bit of sweetness to today. There's been a lot of. I mean, Mars up in Sag. He's got a lot to talk about and a lot to do and a lot of really big ideas and things that he wants to go after. However, like with all the water that's going on, you notice in that big ass kite peeking at Uranus, that could lend to something that is a breakthrough energy, that is fuck it, I'm done energy. It's it can be, let's break free, and instead of having pumpkin pie, we're gonna go have a pumpkin pie fight, food fight.
Earthquake.
It's that Uranus and Taurus is the turkey and the deep fryer catching on fire, like, anyways, all the energy is what I was getting at with that golden yod between the harmonious energy between the moon and Mars. The moon just moving into Pisces is going to have it feeling a little extra compassionate and pointing down there to Jupiter in Cancer at the, it's a Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. I think it talks about, taking into consideration, I mean, Saturn's tradition, but Jupiter loves traditions. Jupiter loves Thanksgiving,
Jupiter
especially.
loves gatherings, big food, huge Christmases. Jupiter loves it when people are joyous. Jupiter's just, he's the crazy one that's like, oh, you're here, you have a drink, and you have a drink, and everybody starts singing now.
Yeah.
That would be Jupiter.
Yeah. Like I call it drunk, happy drunk Uncle Jupe, like just
Santa Claus,
trying to be fun and whatever. But I love that. That's a nice little energy we have going on today. And I think that with all the deep emotions that everybody's been going through, and I think that even in my family, I got a message today about an elder that has just passed away today. And there's that Jupiter at the tip of that finger of God with those personal planets in play and all this water energy is like, I think if anybody is planning on like acting out and stuff today, technically it can happen, but I think that the good majority of the people are going to have, rather than that, bust out energy with Mars and Sag, is more so just going to lend to that generosity and compassion of the moon being in Pisces and Jupiter being in Cancer. Now, later on today, Saturn is going to station direct. It's already been pretty much just at a sit still, like we're getting like 7 seconds a day or something. So that heavy weight and responsibility and spiritual responsibility being tucked up next to Neptune at 29 Pisces, they're both in their retrograde and trying to get their shit together and be a little more mature and serious about things. And that station's direct, which means like Saturn's lights back on. He's been in the depths of the sea trying to navigate those crazy waters. What do you think?
Daddy's home. There's always a difference between moms at home and dads at home. Always. You can feel the energy shift.
Yeah.
And it's a lot like that because, you know, sometimes I will look at retrogrades two different ways. Jeffrey Green talks about retrogrades being a repeat or a return or a redo. There's something like that. Personally, I've seen it both ways where, yes, Saturn got so far up the road and Junior drops their cell phone back there after a conversation where I told Junior, you hang on to your phone now. So the return comes back for something specific. That's what I think as I've looked at it over the years. And so when all of them go retrograde like that, it's a collective purpose. You know, it's not just, Dad, I'm so sorry I lost my phone. It's more like we need to evacuate this area now.
Yeah.
Because there are blue dogs running around outside of Chernobyl that found their way here.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's a and sometimes I believe that, because you know how much I process the past life thing. I'm doing it all the time. Sometimes it is to return for a karmic purpose. And I feel more inclined to believe that it's a karmic purpose when all of them are retrograde at once like this. Notice, from my perspective, that collectively, from the people that we have interacted with, the people that we have been around, it has been for me about forgiveness, where there's a lot of forgiveness. There's an awful lot of forgiveness going on right now. There's an awful lot of the trine assists. It assists for an emotional flow that is quicker. Mercury goes retrograde, and so we're internal and we're processing because Mercury's behind the sun. We're internal and we're processing faster around a topic that has been bugging us. And so, yeah, I do think that the connection between Uranus right now and Saturn together, it's upgrading. It's an upgrade to me. It's an upgrading of a system. It's like I'm not necessarily saying that you don't need to have this. It would do whatever you're doing right now. It would do, but we need to shave some things off for an upgraded turn, and that would also include relationships, where you process internally and you're thinking about that person and you're thinking about them and they just pop up in your head. But it's one that also, with this setup, also hurts your heart because Venus is in Scorpio.
Yeah.
It would, but notice a few days ago when I did the tarot readings and stuff, and I did that astrology. If you haven't watched my latest video, it's a good one.
Oh, the Libra one?
Yeah, the one I'm talking to Libra, but I thought everybody else could profit off of that video.
Yeah.
Which is why I posted it. Notice the okay, there's Venus, right? And then there's the Sun in Sag, and then Mars in Sag. And what's in between Mars and Venus right now is the Sun. And I think Sagittarius, especially for how, like, if you've ever met a strong Sag person, they're quick up here. They have a lot of wit. But I've seen both sides where somebody who had a lot of Sag was really playful, a lot of jokes and stuff like that. But there's another type of Sag, and this person is working deals everywhere.
Highly Jupiterian.
They're working deals in UN, at the UN. They're working deals right now, and you don't even know it, for Black Friday. They're the ones working the deals. They're selling it. They're upgrading it. They're upselling things. They can pull teams together in a heartbeat like the King of Wands, because a Sag at that level, and I've seen them when I do readings with them. I'm thinking of someone specifically right now. She has this thing where she knows when to turn it on. She knows. She's good at it. But when she's at home sitting with me having a reading, she's more mellow, like a Pisces and a Virgo. And she knows when to turn it on. These people are goal oriented, but their name is at the top of the selling list. They're making commissions. They don't own businesses. They're making commissions. They're very good at it. These people could be lawyers. They could be physicians and stuff like that, but not usually. Usually Sag folks, the team, when they pull their teams together, they do it not because of a goal. They do it because of the heart. Because a Sag can come in and just grab you by the heart, and show you this passion. So does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, hey, we got a brand new factory with an assembly line. Everybody would stand there and be like, oh, that's nice for you. But if a Sag steps up, a Sag would say, you like your job? No, that's because you put too much work in it. But if you come work here, look at all the new upgraded stuff, because Sag is connected to Aquarius, the 11th house. So for me, it's an upsell energy. And Sag, that's why Sag comes in and looks at people and they go, you're doing it wrong. You need to do it like this, this, and this. Which is also that square to Virgo, where people don't want to take a knee. And the Sag won't take a knee to you. Damn sure.
No.
Sag ain't gonna take no knee to you.
Sag knows what
Sag knows it all.
Yeah.
And you're like, you do? A Gemini is like, what? Squirrel. It's shiny.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Hi, Gloria. Happy Thanksgiving. Who am I looking at? Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Happy Thanksgiving, love. Angel Ingrate. Let's eat and drink tequila with ponche. Hijola. Right? Hijola.
Yeah.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're just hanging out. Hi, my love, Amy. I love you so much. I hope your little one's feeling better today on the mend.
Oh, yeah.
Gloria is a Libra. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, Gloria. Yeah, I know she's one of our patrons. I know the thumbnail we used was live tarot. And we are willing to do live. We're only doing it for donation-based readings, but otherwise Sundays at 3 Central is when we do the freebie readings when you hop in. I think we're gonna have to work out something at some point, babe, to do live tarot for our patrons only.
Hangouts.
Yeah. I mean, this next week we're going to be coming into December, right? So are we going on, do you want to start the all signs on Monday for our patrons? I don't know what your...
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have any appointments on Monday or anything?
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, I think we'll do like the all signs, and I think we owe somebody a little bit. We'll do we will do donation based tarot readings. We have our cards here, babe. But you get what you pay for. If you get $5, you'll get one, like probably one card, but yeah, that was something we agreed on before we came on, because we know you guys want your tarot read and stuff. But the donation base is where you're going to get the readings. But I think this time on Monday, and Gloria, because you're in here, dear, and because we love you, how about we do the air signs first on Monday and go a little different with it?
I still need to do the air signs for the patrons on my channel who are moving over to Woke.Ones.Revolution, right?
Yeah, I guess we should say that. Oh yeah, and there's only, for those of you listening, there's only a few more days of that 20% off your sign up for those that are switching from Miriam's Patreon to the Woke Ones to our shared Patreon. Yeah.
Woke Ones.
Yeah. If you switch over there and you're already an existing patron of Miriam's, the discount code is on her Patreon channel in the comment posts, whatever.
But
I can't think.
It runs down at the end of the month, though.
Oh, you said astrology mini readings. Well, we hadn't talked about doing that. So Jessica is saying,
I'm raising my hand. We do not yet, on Woke Ones, we don't have someone who wanted to volunteer their chart for the next real world episode. Supposed to be the patron over on Woke Ones can get their chart read the way that I do over on Real World Astrology. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Somebody contact us, please, and be like, I will do it. We need a volunteer.
Yeah.
Sacrifice yourself for your it's terrible.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't do anything ugly. No, the past few, and we want to know if you guys like the episode that we do, the real world episode. We really want to get your feedback on it because we're at the very beginning. So it's more malleable at the beginning to shift and turn. But once we get going, like the train's going, once we get rolling, we can't stop and shift anything. So let us know. Oh, look at you, Gloria. Thank you, love. Happy Thanksgiving. Put your question down.
She already did.
Oh, did she? Who did
she want? So her question,
Heather?
Her question is, how does my Capricorn boyfriend feel about me and what will his next actions be? Thank you and love you. And I'm going to designate this one to you, Miriam, because I already did Gloria this month. So she's already heard what my cards had to say.
See, that's why I keep her around. She thinks. I like thinkers.
I'm always having to do I always have the memory of those weird things, but.
No, you're really good. Because I'm a squirrel.
I have to try to keep her on. I have to keep her on fleek. Oh, Gloria's donate. She's willing to be the one. She was like one of the first. She was like one of the first members on Woke One's Patreon channel that she moved over from Miriam's. I'm pretty sure.
Then she deserves it.
So she just, you can use my chart, she says. Well, Gloria,
write that down.
Hey, sweetheart, message us or email. Okay.
I have her chart.
It's just the full, you do have her chart?
Yeah. I got her chart.
You're positive? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you don't need to send us nothing. But yeah, she wants a little bit of a tarot reading about her Capricorn
list. I need volunteers for the Real World Astrology, but only if you're a patron over on the Woke.Ones.Revolution Patreon channel.
Happy Thanksgiving, Gloria. Yeah.
So volunteered. Man, that last one I did, I could have gone on and on and on about that chart. It was adventurous to me. I thought it was wonderful. But Gloria's chart I've looked at several times, and thank you very much. We also want to know if you like the episode. Do you like how we formatted it? Is there something you'd like to see?
Yeah, we'd love to hear feedback from all of our patrons. So any place you can, whether it's in the community section of the Patreon channel, it's probably preferably, or even here on YouTube comments, I guess. We want to know what you guys want to see. I actually, we were talking for like an hour yesterday, business and doing, I created a poll of different topics that, maybe you guys might want to hear us talk about. maybe in a future episode of Real World Astrology or just on a straight up recording for YouTube. But yeah, we definitely want your guys' input and, let us know how we're doing, what it is that you want to see that you're not seeing. And, we'll do our best to accommodate. But yeah, appreciate that, Gloria. So we may have just knocked out a issue for having to pick somebody. That's cool.
I'm laying the cards out for Gloria right now.
I know you are.
And I'm catching something with, I don't know if he's ever given you the little rose bush, because I'm picking up little pink flowers.
I just picked up a little glass vial.
Yeah.
With like it was weird. It was like it had a terrarium inside of it. Like maybe something was inside of the vial. Yeah. Huh. It's interesting.
I'm also getting the pull of someone who was, this is different because it's like Civil War era or right before, but they're interested in places like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Virginia, West Virginia, and it's it has more to do with the politics of the day, things that tip things over.
Mm-hmm.
The tip of like a spear or a sword, saying words sharply like the tip of a sword. Is any of this making sense, Gloria? Because I'm picking somebody up.
Oh, we love you too, Gloria. Can we hear you? One truth from above, one truth above. We hear too much. Sometimes we have to just tone it out, Do you hear what I hear?
When we start talking back, good things always happen. It's almost like they're like, you understand me. And we're like, uh-huh. Quit throwing pennies at us.
So I'm looking at
I'm trying to figure out who this is, Gloria. Am I picking up somebody? Does that sound familiar at all? Someone from the traditional American South? Sometime in the 1850s. I'm seeing small little flowers. They're kind of like pink, fuchsia. My little antenna is, picking up the Morse code. I'm waiting on her comment.
Yeah. She just said she loves us both, however you put it down. Yeah, she hasn't responded to what you said yet.
Yeah, I'll just wait on her. Let's talk about something until she gets back.
So I already have something I'm going to talk about. So those of you here on my channel or our channel that know, we've had a visitor lately of a peacock, right? Like, so this peacock's been showing up. And I know she has a chart pulled up. I know she doesn't have it plugged in, but I just wanted to tell you guys a little secret. So I'm an asteroid nerd. Like, asteroids fill in so many of the details that just feed my Virgo soul, right? Like, you can look at astrology, but if you put in asteroids, it'll put you things down to the name of the item, the name of the person, the name of this, that's coming across, right? So I was thinking, man, that peacock sure likes us, and he keeps coming back around and whatever. Yeah. It was a weird, stalking, magical, beautiful incident. But
I was like, some blueberries.
Charlie likes some blueberries. Yeah. He was gobbling them up. But anyways, like there is an asteroid named Peacock. I had to look. I'm like, so where is this peacock at? Wouldn't you know, it's in my 5th house of fun. At 0 degrees Virgo, conjunct my 1 degree sun and conjunct my Mercury, 28 Leo in the 5th house. I'm just like, oh, Charlie did come to me. He is my pet. He is my friend. He's not in the 6th house of pets, but still, it was pretty cool. Like, that was just a neat little find. And then last night it got brought to my attention.
Apparently, we have a new pet.
So, and I just want to share a little. I want to share a little bit of magic too. So, like, those of you that know me, I'm very, I love magic. I love manifesting things, watching things happen. Well, in my life, and I'd like to attribute it to being a fifth houser, right? My North Node's in fifth house, my Mercury, my Sun. You know, I'm very Leo for being a Virgo, right? But anyways, the magical parts of things that are synchronicity, and that's what it is, synchronicities. Talking about synchronicities and how Carl Jung coined it as meaningful coincidences, right? To me, there are no coincidences. Okay. And then I got this, I can't even remember what it's called. The Universal, I'll have to look it up, but it was an audiobook that I'm listening to. And the guy talks about co-creating with the universe.
I know which one.
Co-creating with the universe.
Last night.
Yeah, I got the audiobook and I was listening to it, but he talks about co-creating with the universe. And that's a lot like what my life is. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And there's only a couple people that have been present with me when something happens to watch it unfold, to understand how magical it really is. And it's just like, I'm open to it. So it happens. But we had one of those moments last night, and evidently, there was a shadow. It was dark outside, but the front porch was all lit up. And there's a shadow being cast onto the mailbox that looked like there was a giant peacock on the front of the house and mailbox. And I'm like,
yeah,
this peacock
like if
story
you
has
stood
been
back in the street and looked at the house, the peacock was like the head was down here like this. And this was a really large desert bush. Looked like the tails, like, and the head of the peacock. And it was like,
and it was just a shadow, right? Just further validation that it wasn't just a meaningful coincidence. And that kind of stuff happens in my life all the time. But like, I thought that was really cool. Like, peacock is conjunct my sun. So anyways.
And then Jamie sent us a tattoo of her arm where she had this huge peacock feather put on.
She had just gotten a peacock feather. Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, we've been getting all these peacock hits.
Yeah, he comes around and I've been getting his feathers. But he just leaves these little guys. I want a pretty big one, but I put him up here with my crystals.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
My little tidbit.
So beautiful.
So Gloria said, I don't know anything about flowers. I responded to you right away. There seems to be a delay in getting it to you. Okay. And that happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat. Could be anybody. I will go around this, whatever this thing is. It's pretty big. Glory. What's your boyfriend's name?
I just know the Capricorn. And she's the Libra.
I just need the first name. Just the first name. As soon as I have the name, I was like, boom.
I felt so bad the other day. We had just finished the live and Gloria was commenting on Patreon and on the video. And I'm like, we aren't live anymore, babe. And next time. So I'm glad you're catching us.
She's going, stupid phone. Stupid phone.
Yeah, Mercury's almost like stationed, just about. It's going direct on Saturday.
Jessica Sweezy, she'll do it. I'm just now seeing that. Jessica Sweezy.
What about Jessica?
To volunteer her chart for an episode.
Is Jessica one of our patrons?
I'll check, but later. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Namira.
Hi, Namira. How are you?
If you're wanting a tarot reading, I know you're coming in later. And any of you that are in here that didn't hear, today's Thanksgiving. We just last second decided to jump on, so we used whatever thumbnail we had. We will read tarot for a donation of $5 or more, and that's the only way that we're going to read any cards for right now. We were just chit-chatting astrology and saying what's up, and she's doing a donation reading for Gloria. And oh, you still got to move over. Don't forget to use the discount code, Jessica. I think she has it in the community section. But it'll give you 20% off, and I think a lot of people have been using that to grab onto the higher tier.
And it's like, for as long as the channel goes, it's 20% off. That's why we keep saying it.
I don't know if it's that or not. Like, honestly.
I saw it.
I want to wait and to see if it does. Because it just said it for that one. I think it may just be for initial sign up for that 1 month. I don't know that it's going to be every month. I don't have that validation, nor am I making that promise, because you never know with stuff, technology, you're moving stuff over. It'll at least give you 20% off the first month over there on Woke.Ones.Revolution. Okay.
Yeah, there's more content over there. I think like 4 or 5 days ago, I was thinking about Pluto out throwing the ball with Iris. Those long, quiet moments, I guess, where you're inside. And I'm thinking about Pluto, and I'm thinking about Pluto. And then it just hit me. Why don't I just sit down with my patrons and show them my brain process on how something was unfolding? And I was getting to the point of like chronological order for when the soul is doing what. So some folks would look at it like it's Aries is the beginning. And as I sat with it, I was like, does it look like it's Pisces is the beginning? Because you have to have an internal imagination of some sort. If I say we're going to go eat cake.
I like the way you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have to, because Pisces is invisible. It comes from, it's nothingness almost, right? Like it's air. You can't see it, right? And it's the unconscious, and it's your past lives, and it's your last death. Yes. And it's like all of that. Yeah, it would make sense that Pisces may actually be like the first, not the first house, but
the first.
Kind of like
the first space. It's like the first
inception.
Your imagination goes, woo, and then Aries is like, I could. And then Taurus is like, I want. And then Gemini is like, where do you think she put it at?
Yeah.
And then Cancer has the emotions, the feelings, excuse me. Feelings are different than emotions. Then Cancer has the feelings of like, oh yeah, I get the last Twinkie. Like that. Leo would be the expression when you found the Twinkie. You'd be like, oh, yes, Twinkie. Yeah. And then Virgo
Scorpio
would be that,
is I want. Yep. Taurus is I need.
I need. Oh, Mike. Okay, finally. Thank the good Lord. Mike. Hallelujah, Mike. I gotta go find you, bro. My apologies.
I was looking up something. Yeah.
She gave you up for a $5 bill, Mike. Oh, yeah. That's so funny. I'm sorry, Gloria. That's so funny. She's like, take the man. Here's $5.
There's a running joke with me and my sisters, like growing up, like my older sister always had guys all over and like chasing her and whatnot. And like she started joking, and they actually made T-shirts, $5 fan club. You want to be a part of my fan club? It's $5. $5 fan club. That was years ago, but just fun.
That's so funny.
That's my sister. Hey, Lisa, happy birthday today. It's my sister's birthday.
Tauruses I have. Yes. Yeah. Aries would be, but the space before the I want, the space before that is imagination of some sort. And yes, the trines between Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces, that drives the want. I think that drives the want. But I think the first space is imagination. because it's like up here in your third chakra and your crown chakra. Taurus is I have, especially Taurus. I have appetite. Taurus. I have appetite.
And Scorpio is, and I have the desire.
Yes. All right, I gotta go look for Mike.
Yeah.
Hi,
She's
Mike.
like, I'm waiting. Turkey's getting cold, Miriam. I kid.
I can't do that. Don't play with the food now. Don't play with the food.
I can't sign into this. I want to get the name of that book that I just started doing, but I don't have this Google account on this computer. It's an old one. I'll figure it out.
Feel about this relationship with Gloria. I'm hearing, is there something I need to know about? I'm hearing that.
Ooh.
Is there something I need to know about? A change in the wind that wasn't discussed, but an open heart connection. There is understanding there. It can just, whoever's talking to me, it can just come a little slow, whoever's doing that. He's so quick on so many other things. There is a burden of some kind that he has been carrying. I feel it's the loss, like the death of someone he loved. There's a waking up and understanding something about his age and life feeling like it gets older. It's that, Heather, that feeling that a celebrity that we know of some kind has passed away. And it's like a collective sadness.
The moment you opened the chart, I had that exact thought come through for no reason, and I just pushed it out. Okay.
Yeah. What's this I'm seeing over here, lady friend? It's like someone standing here saying, this don't work for me. The way things are I don't know, being presented. There's a confusion. Is there something I need to know? This is like a new beginning that's delayed. Someone having to catch up, and I'm just going to ask, I don't want to overstep, especially publicly. That's inappropriate. Did you guys have a conversation recently, Gloria, where both of you were like trying to say your emotions at the same time? It feels like having an argument that had some tough words in there. They're also showing me like someone's house, but it looks like one of those long one-story houses in California. I know none of this makes sense because there's no storyline that I can see. Mike has a lot of bits and pieces that are kind of going on all over the place in his head, but a lot of them are not pieced together all the way yet. There is some feeling through some really heavy stuff, like your mom died. That's really heavy, man. I also catch some sort of brother. If it's not a brother, it could be an uncle. but there's someone's brother that's not doing very well. And there's something going on, but the brother doesn't want to say anything to the family. And I feel like Mike is involved in that. God, who is this? It's like someone getting arrested. Where'd that come from? Gloria, if you're waiting on him in some capacity, he's 4 months behind or something. And if he's been 4 months behind, he may have to extend that a little bit. I'm seeing an airport. I'm seeing getting scanned, an emergency, someone in the hospital, like a red-eye flight. Because I see a man who's got his shoes, you know how you do in the airport, and he's putting them in the bins. There's going to be a red-eye flight. Someone is going to pass away. It isn't a person that's expected.
There's that requiem feeling.
You feel it, right?
Yeah, like, that requiem feeling. It's going back. I just got shown again when you were just talking about something. Somebody's going to pass away. Like it's somebody big, but then I got shown like it could just be big to them.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's big in the sense of like, let's say me and you are sisters, and the sisters are separated. That would be heartache. So it's a lot like that.
You think that's
I'm seeing somebody who's going through airports, the glass shops and stuff. There's enough action around this person, whoever I'm looking at. There's enough action around this person that they don't really have to commit all the way to processing and finishing thoughts that hurt. This person also has been avoiding doing that. They've been avoiding it because I see the person lay down at night and they pass out. They don't have to commit any extra time. I don't even know if this is this guy. Gloria, am I making sense? We live together but fight all the time about his lack of communication. He does inappropriate things all the time with his female friends. Then I don't know if that's this guy. Does he travel a lot? Is he on airports a lot? In airports a lot? Because that's what I'm seeing. He does come into me like he doesn't have a lot of hair in some way. And that's the person I've been channeling. This person seems like he's bald, Caucasian, lighter skin. I don't know who this is. Is it your brother? Somebody's brother? Who the F am I picking up? It's like, put the phone down. Okay. Who am I picking up? And I got crickets. Man. He has a brother named Willie who is very close to and helps a lot. That might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, love. In the next 2 weeks. Hey, babe, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I am getting, so I'm getting stuff that I don't even want to hear, and I don't know. It is a masculine, and I don't know if it's your dude, but I basically, I was getting, the story of somebody big passing away, and I was, in the airport terminal and everything. I was seeing everything, and I'm like, where is this person at? Where's this person at? And then I I flipped 3 different cards, and I got lust, and I got there was playa, and there was rebound all in there, and lipstick evidence was that other one that came out. And then I got shown somebody passing away almost being used as a lie or as an excuse like making the person seem bigger than who they were to them, really. And it's not, it's a detour to go see somebody else. Like, that's what I got. And I don't know if that's you or if that's kind of energy even Willie possesses, but like, I got something weird that came through like that. I don't know. I wasn't tapping into you at first, but then I've seen some of the same storylines.
You know, when you have somebody that you love, you know, you love, and they pass and transition, and you don't have the tools to speak what it is that you want to speak because you weren't taught that.
Oh,
but
he's gonna have
there's
X
a limit.
pass away.
Yeah, there's like a limit. It is a catalyst moment. Okay, I'm letting you know up front. This is a pop your eyes wide open moment, and in comes the truth. But it puts him in a frame of mind where he begins to think about women differently. Yeah, because that is part of it. But it's something outside of him, like the transition of someone, and they're gone, and it's done, and you know, cold water splash right in the coach where they take the Gatorade. You know,
I get what it was.
But yeah,
I get what it was on my end, what was coming through, because I just got like shown everything all the way around full circle. It was like seeing a vision of something in the past is what it was. And like somebody having memories of somebody else. And that's what it came back. And I get that the moon's in Pisces. That's why this is coming through the way that it is. It's coming through like the psyche of somebody else's imagination into a story that they don't even know has happened yet. Okay, so what I got, Gloria, what ended up just rolling through to me after all that storyline going through was I think he may have an ex pass away. Somebody that meant something to him. It's not going to be, it wasn't ever like something that would be a problem, you know, like this wasn't something that was interfering in your relationship. What I'm getting is like, I think he's going to get news that somebody he cared about once before, most likely a woman, passed away. And you may not hear anything about it, and you may be thinking he's secretive. That's what I was getting. That was a weird Pisces dunk, and man, okay. For what that's worth.
Yeah. I'm picking up that Glory has been a kind of a mirror, but it's one that he pretends it isn't there, but it's been there. It's just a hit. There is an apology coming for you, but it's going to be a different kind of apology, like you've never gotten before. Somebody who sits and thinks about their own mother, even, and putting themselves, you know, historically in the shoes of a powerless person. But you've been a mirror. I'm also hearing the apologies coming. Now I'm getting like a blue Mustang, something. Feels like Gloria may have a little car trouble soon. I'm hearing that there's a moment of pause for you. Take it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, because the apology is coming unexpectedly, sometime around Christmas. The new year is going to be different for Gloria. She has a lot that we've given her to do on purpose. Try to get those things done. It seems you might be preparing for the future in some way. And before they get done with where and what and who for you, it's like maybe 3/4 of the way into the work here. This person returns. Yeah, they're a bit more humble this time, a bit more ashamed of their behavior. I'm sorry, we've been channeling for Gloria for how long? Like, just know February is a game changer, okay? So you focus on you and your work. They've given you things to occupy you on purpose. You're going to use those things in the future. A lot of it is play. To you, it's play. To the dog, maybe not so much. There you go, Gloria. Thank you so much for being one of our patrons. We appreciate
that went weird. That went to all kinds of weird things for me. That like it wasn't you, Gloria. It's just the sky, the moon dipping into Pisces. I just dunked in.
I don't know who this person is. I was channeling. I was seeing people. I don't know who this bald person is. Even if you meet this person, it seems they'd be coming in around Christmas. Keep your eyes open, my friend. Could be a gift with a ribbon. It could be a gift with a ribbon.
Ooh. A gift. A gift.
You know, one of those gifts with a ribbon.
With a ribbon.
And a Dremel.
And a Dremel with all of the accessories.
With all the accessories.
All of them.
All of them.
I'm so ready to play with the Dremel. I am like I'm like I have so many crafting ideas.
I have so much wrought iron. She's playing, I'm working, we're both having fun.
I'm cracking myself up. I totally just saw like what is it? I can't even think his name. Brendan on Step Brothers. So much more room for activities, but like me with a Dremel, like, oh, did you know you can do this? Thanks.
And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I bet I can redo this growl. Anything I can do, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything. Yeah.
She
so
is. Yeah, 18. I think between the both of us, we are some pretty damn independent women that can do stuff. But I'm also that meme that's been going around of like I could do it myself, and it's got like 100 nail holes in the sheetrock trying to get a curtain rod up. That's me. That's me. Anything with rules.
I just run in and handle it.
I don't color in the lines.
But I'm gonna play about that because your 12th house, like, you're right. The 12th house has that where all the particles are separated. You know, they have to come into a bond to create matter, to create atoms that form into matter. But at first, there's all the open space. If you took a different kind of light, you remember like the lava lamps when we were kids?
Oh, yeah.
You take
I had those.
a different
Always had
shade, like UHF, and then there's a way now to look at dark matter. They kind of invert, and you can see all the particles. They're all the particles in the space between you and me. Yeah. And that's Pisces, is the space, the open space in between things. And you are correct, because all the molecules, that's how they do, you know. If you have a green bubble is floating around looking for another green bubble, and when they meet, they go like that. And then enough of them show up, and now we have, they get to work.
That's co-creation.
All that's Pisces.
Co-creating with the universe. Yeah. It's a place where magic happens.
Which, yeah. And then Aries kicks off with that, you know, when two magnets come together and go like that. That's Aries energy, which is also sextiling Uranus, which is a shock. It's a, you know, if I put Uranus in one hand, Aquarius, and then I put Aries in the other hand, they create something that's like pow. It's really fast. But they do
I
help
just saw
each other
Flint.
because of the magnetic, like that. And at the moment they come together in the bond, you're right. The next step is I have, because now I have both. And they're starting to turn into an earth something or other.
I am, and then
Yeah,
I have.
Years ago, I worked for this. It was in the Woodlands, Texas. It was an X-ray. How do you put it? What is the name of that machine? It'll come to me. But what they were doing with the machine in the service area that I was working in at the time, it was a machine, an X-ray machine that could grab an atom, freeze it, and start taking X-ray pictures before it started melting. It was really cool.
That sounds like some CERN shit, like splitting atoms and stuff.
Yeah, they would take soil and sediment samples and they'd put it in their X-ray machines and spin them so they could see what percentage of the soil, like that level, was copper, zinc, and give the customer a link.
Some really cool sonar. That's interesting.
Sonar stuff. Yeah, I've always been around that kind of thing. Yeah, it's weird. When I was in the Army, I was the one that was in charge of the radio box and the codes that would come with all the radio box. I was the one plugging in the codes. It's always been something electronic or technology in there somewhere. So yeah, you're right. In high school, I took 2 years of TV production. Who would have thought I would have taken 2 years of TV production in high school? Makes you wonder.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much like that. Like I get reminded of things. Like we were talking about this the other day. Like going through and like, okay, yeah, I went to college, I got my degree, blah, blah, blah. But what did, like, are you implementing it today? Like the things that you did. But if you really sit with it and think, there is that time that you learned how to throw clay or something. And then now before you know it, you're, maybe you're a bricklayer. Maybe you're a lick brayer.
A lick brayer. I love that, Jacqueline, I can tell you're reading Dane Rudyard. I love that about you. I really do. I have, I think, I feel, I will, I analyze, I balance, I desire, I see, I use, I know, I believe.
Yep. So Pisces would be I believe, Aries would be I am, Taurus would be I have. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Is Gemini. Yeah. That's it.
I will is Leo because I will. I certainly will. I'll figure out a way.
I pick up on that stuff too. Like I think back to even, where I'm at now, like, doing YouTube with you. I got thrown back to when I had to do public speaking in college, and I had to do public speaking, and it's not something I'm comfortable with. Never have been. Leo North Node. That's what I'm here to. That's what I'm supposed to be doing now, right? Like public speaking, and so I get shown that, and then like I'll get shown other things all the time that relate to how I create today. The tools that I use, the knowledge that I use, it all comes back to where I'm at now.
It's strange.
Beautiful synchronicities that you get shown. They're meaningful, so
boom, all of it. Even the years I did Marine biology instead of life biology that everybody else had to take. I took marine biology. Every little thing is collected, and this is the moment where, well, no, I can't even say that. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, all of a sudden we were empowered when Neptune was coming into the latter part of Pisces. All of a sudden, all of us felt empowered to do our spiritual work, our spiritual gift. It was almost like, for those of us in the first wave, it was like, oh my God, we finally get to do our job. We know what it is. We feel it. We know what the calling feels like. That, it's pulling the desire, but and you can feel it in your body. It's pulling from like for me, it's like up here in my throat chakra down to my heart chakra. And we know it's going to be okay. It's almost like it'll be all right.
Like co-creating with
Heather
the universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quantum entanglement, like I know I move it. I don't know if that was kind of leading on to what you were saying, but that's what I was energetically feeling as you were talking.
Yeah.
Was like the quantum entanglement of the desire, right? So my wants and my wants and my desires versus my needs and whatever. But like if you truly embody that thing that you want to have manifest, it is like a quantum entanglement because you focus on it, you embody it, you don't worry about it. You get it, you set it aside, and if it's meant for me, it's going to come to me. You set it aside, put it down, keep living life, and that quantum entanglement of that initial thought, like I desire.
You're bringing up like a really, really, really good point, because we never know the arrangement side. There are arrangements happening right now. And we cannot see that part. When I was going through my spiritual recovery that year, and 4 months, actually it was like more like 2 years for the whole process. But I remember that I felt it's not like I didn't love myself. I did. And it's not like I didn't feel like I was having one of those rare life experiences that not everyone gets to have, which is basically to go on that, the journey, the pilgrimage. That's the right word. I was put into like a pilgrimage, and I knew that was special. I knew it was very special. Not everybody just gets to go with their backpack and just go on a pilgrimage to Mecca. You know what I mean? I knew it was special, but I also knew that I had nothing, but I had nothing on purpose. And some folks would reject trying to help me, to take care of me. Other folks, they do whatever they could, on and on and on. But I learned about 6 months into it that every person around me has an agenda for me. They would ask me, so what's the plan? And if they liked the plan, so it always felt like I had something hanging over my head, an expectation that somebody put there. About 6 months in, I discovered step 7 of the 12 steps, which says we humbly asked him to remove our defects of character. And my sponsors worked with me, and they said, God has a way of taking the Jenga tower down piece by piece so that you are okay. So we don't know where the category or the list. Everybody kept coming up to me and saying, stop smoking, stop smoking, stop smoking. And I left it to God. I had to fly out to Arizona for a week, and there it was, a carton of cigarettes in my dresser. And everybody was like, and I kept telling them, look, You leave the destruction of this process and this Pluto thing, you leave it up to Pisces, okay?
Yeah.
Don't get in its way. There are two things coming together, and we don't know what this thing has to get around to get to us. It, you know, you know that this spirit behind you is making all the arrangements for you. This is the only energy that is knocking things out for me in my best interest. So you stay out of it. No touchy. Don't get in the way. Because it is like that Aries Uranus thing. It's going to smash you out of the way. So I say leave it up to God. If there's something you don't like about me, ain't your business to point it out. Ain't my business to worry about it. Because there is a higher authority than me that knows the Jenga tower. Don't get in its way. Does that make sense? Stay out of it. And a lot of people, even me, I do my shadow work. I do. I meditate on it. I think on it. I go through the feelings of grief, sadness, shock, anger. I do write and ask Heather. I really do the work. If I need to cry, I'll cry.
Same.
But it doesn't even mean that is going to get taken away from me the way I think it is. It's just what's on my heart. And then I hold my heart still. So, the body knows how to heal itself. You just got to get it in the right, and stay out of the way. How do we know that process? How do we even know the right way?
Right. And you're speaking about the body too. Like I got to go back to even since I got sick, back in 2020. The talks that I have with myself about my health, my ability to overcome something. Rarely do I get the kind of sick that knocks me on my ass for weeks at a time. Rarely, I'm in an Aries rising. I even as I mentioned this the other day, I had a conversation out loud. I was doing this meditation and I was like, what the hell? Just go with it, Heather. And this guy was doing a guided meditation and he was, talking to his blood. And I was like, you know what? Damn right. I've never really done that. I mean, I've talked to my higher self about my health and what won't impact my health and what, and I've trialed and errored stuff. I mean, granted, I have my vices too. But I was talking to my blood, you put something in, you're planting that seed. It's that whole new moon energy. Like when you plant that seed, you nourish it. If you start to begin, it's almost like, you don't want to have false beliefs too much, you don't want that. But what I meant is just talking nice about how you're healthy, your immune system, everything flows well. And, you do that kind of stuff. I do think that has a impact on my overall health.
Dude, I talk into my water all the time. Yeah. Love me. Because of that Japanese scientist with the water. He uses sound and the water will make certain shapes like snowflakes.
Yeah.
And there is a shape for love and health. And so I'll be like, love my body. It's like that. You talking to your
Neptunian.
blood.
Yeah.
That's why I know it's so Neptunian.
I'm sitting here because I can think of it. It's art. It's people do that as art, as scrying. Like if somebody was scrying a crystal ball, I can scry into my crystals, those kind of things. And they basically will talk to water or will say a word, a feeling, something, and they freeze this little petri dish of water. And the flakes or the way that it forms, it shows a full-on face or something sad, like a sad scene. It's so cool. So cool.
It's the puppy. No, I love that you did that. She came running into me when she was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to my blood. I talk to my blood now. And I was like, all right. Talking to her blood. You know?
Well, you know.
It's an intuitive thing. That's why I'm sort of like, who am I? Who am I to tell her that's wrong? It was her intuition that got the ping. I get to witness it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, this is an honored space for me to watch you do this, because if it does something, I'm going to be the first one to know.
Well, I was having to have the health talk, I'm in my mid 40s, like, yeah, let's keep doing this. I like the way things are going. Let's keep going. We're going to be all right here, blood. And I know that's weird, but like, it's all the water
those near-death experiences, the people that die and then they come back. I've read so many books and watched so many videos about these people. The research that they did at the University of Virginia with Dr. Ian Stevens, and it sounds a lot like that, like the Neptunian space. And I get really stuck on the stuff where, man, it hit my feed about 2 weeks ago or something. It kind of scared me because everybody usually talks about the big bright light, right, that comes at you. And then there are those in other camps in our spiritual lanes, and they'd be like, whatever you do, don't go into the light. It's a trap. Yeah. It just throws you back into the recycle, the recycling of your piece of your soul. And then there are those in the camp who are like, go towards the light. And I sit back and I listen to the near-death experiences. And those ones are verifiable. Why? Because there were medical people present. True? Of course, true. Somebody was picking up her body, doing all the other things. She was witnessing it. And then when she gets back, she relays back to the doctor the exact words they were saying, the tools that they were in their hands, the actions they were doing, because the soul is watching. And if you've never spent time meditating on the fact that your brain process, like your inside, your noggin, your imagination, your voice, all of the stuff, like you can actually see, right? The near-death experiences say, I could see, I could hear. Look at the senses, right? I could see, I could hear. I don't know if they could taste. I've never heard one where they tasted something.
The ultimate word is they were conscious. They were conscious.
Yes.
While unconscious.
So it's kind of like if you've never meditated in a space where you picture your body completely gone and it's just your consciousness. And that's the real part of who we are. And scientists now are actually trying to discover and push to see where this piece of consciousness goes, because finally they verified it. It is kind of a creepy thing, but I wonder if that type of meditation and I know that a lot of them are like that, but nobody ever talks about death. To be trained enough, like those the Buddhists. I watched them, dude. The ones that are like really high on the levels, they'll have the other priests around the dude while he's dying, reminding him to keep his mind in a certain area, the Ram Deva or whatever it is, and not to interrupt him, not to touch him, but just get in his ear, because that's the last thing this person will hear in the body. So here's my thing. I know this sounds like a rant, but I'm getting to a place.
No, like I have you're throwing me back to high school, hon. I'm listening though.
There are those, though, that transition out of the body and their consciousness goes to a place where there are reptilian creatures, and we know what that group is, right? Or do we have to go down that lane? The government has verified to a point, like they've made a huge list. There's plenty of other people, though. You got to picture people throwing a crap ton of money at trying to go up against the United States Senate, okay? To sit in front of Congress and present their UFO
Don't
findings.
go to aliens.
Okay.
You can't go to aliens. I'm interrupting.
No, the reptilian race is a part of this planet. True?
Okay, I thought you were talking about near-death experiences because I had something to say.
I am. Well,
that's crazy.
Well, they also say that when they get to the reptilians in their near-death experiences, there's no light, there's this demon-looking reptilian thing, and there can be flames. I'm just going to let you know, out of the 100% of near-death experience people and their storylines, that reptilian thing, it would be like saying I watched 100 of these and only 5 had that weird thing going on.
That's crazy.
So my question is, dude, I think we've been given too much information, because now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, don't go towards the light, do go towards the light. Don't go towards the light, do go towards the light. And what are you supposed to, in your consciousness, say? I don't want to go down near light. I want to go home to my original family now. And you exert your will, and then supposedly you go home. Except that ain't no storyline I've ever heard. What am I supposed to do with that?
Here's what I got to say. A whole lot.
Thank you.
About what you just said. I have Neptune at what? 19 Sag in the 9th, very beginning degrees in my 9th house. I am not naive enough to think that I would ever know the answers to life and death and the world and God and everything in this universe enough to think that. Sorry, my cat's talking. Shut the door on her. But I would never be so naive to think that I would be worthy enough to try to even take up the role to preach that. And I see people do that shit online and it pisses me off. They're like, oh, it's a trap. Don't go in there. And I'm like, really? Yes, you're going to clickbait and doom and gloom somebody's death? Dude, get a hold of yourself. Anyways, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that Neptune and Sag thought and wind you back where she took me. Because she was taking me through high school, right? My senior paper in high school, you know, the one you got to get I really had to pull it out of my ass to make the grade. It was my final English paper. And I did it on near-death experiences because after Mom passed when I was 14, I've throughout my life had so many paranormal experiences. And I really got into studying. The internet was just coming out, you know, like I graduated in 98. The internet was just like coming to be. And I had plenty of ways to search NDEs and stuff. So my final, paper in high school was of near-death experiences. Then I'm going to tell you that I got thrown into world literature class. This class was in a brand new high school. Like, seriously, I'm getting thrown everywhere as she's talking. That's why I'm over here laughing. So in this world literature class, we read parts, and this wasn't a religious school. It just happened to be, kind of one you have to take towards when you're about to graduate. But so it was like religious stuff. We read parts of the Quran. I was getting shown myself painting this water painting of a Buddhist. It was a Buddha and this other Indian person. But it was talking about prana and life force. And then in the same class, like, I'm just telling you because that's about my reach of religion back in the day. Like I wasn't really into religion. So world literature taught me stuff about the Quran. We were going through, like, is it Revelations with Adam and Eve? Okay. Is it whatever? Adam and Eve in the Bible. Genesis. Okay.
Genesis.
So we were covering parts of Genesis, and in this brand new high school, the vents were in the light fixtures. So, you know, air flowed through the vents through the light.
Yes.
Through the light fixtures. We were in the part with Adam and Eve, and a snake fell from the light onto the kid's desk in front of me, and the kid was sleeping, and it landed right by him. Yeah, like as we're going through reading Genesis, a snake, you know, that the science class was up above, and he had gotten out of the thing. But the literally that timing, that significant, meaningful synchronicity was like, boom, something that was boring to a bunch of juniors in high school throwing spitwads at each other or whatever, you know, throwing papers.
Yeah.
A fucking snake, as we're talking about sin and the Garden of Eden in world literature class, snake came down.
The other day, you were like, I am Snow White. She goes, well, I'm Snow White.
Yeah, yeah.
Girl, you definitely are. I like, she's Noah. All them animals, 2 by 2, following her down the road. It's incredible.
Just, you gotta play with your magic, you know. And we've been on here about an hour and 36 minutes now, babe. So
we've been on here for a while.
Yeah. I think we're gonna kick rock soon, but play with your magic, man. Like, seriously, you don't need to craft a bunch of different things. Like, I wish more people understood that the magic is within them. I can look at this card all day long and say, you're the strength card. You're the strength card. You're the strength card. You know, look at it. Is it really? No, it's the Hermit. Hey, I just happen to be a Virgo. I'm telling myself I'm full of strength, you know, like it's whatever significance you put on anything is what will come to your reality. So I hope that all of you have been like, really, if you haven't been, take some time today and think about what it is that you are truly grateful for, and make sure that, I'm going to say, add this caveat about yourself. What are you truly grateful for about yourself that you love or whatever, you know, that just, I'd like you to think about that, because when you embody love and you embody light and you basically glow, like, you know, you're magnetic, you become magnetism. So create beautiful things by starting with those feelings about yourself first. And that's what I'm going to say you should probably think about being thankful for today. Find something about yourself and those you love.
Yeah.
You know,
be grateful for friends who send you great pictures of their crazy stuff. Friends who call. Friends who they take you to those places in the conversation that fill your soul with wisdom and light. So when you're even using your Libra balancing connections out there, think of how great the person is sitting next to you. Even your dog.
I think my friend right here, my best sister friend, is pretty great, and I'm grateful for her. And like this little, all of you guys that have showed up and hung out with us, like, seriously, we appreciate you and we love you, but you just caught a glimpse of what it's like to be on the riff with us. Like, this is our everyday with each other.
That's good. It's good stuff. We love you guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.